Chris Gore got the knowledge in store. Oh yeah, Alan Van, watch him chop up a fire. Movie and TV show reviews that you need. Film threats on fire, we're planting the seeds. Film threat, we keep it real. Dive into the stories, you know the deal. Turn the phone, it's the place to be. Movie lovers gather round. 1, 2, 3. From blockbusters to indie gold. Oh yeah, Chris and Alan break the mold. Pop your corn, turn down the lights. Get ready to groove through movie nights. Film threat, we keep it real. Dive into the stories, you know the deal. Turn the phone, it's the place to be. Movie lovers gather round. 1, 2, 3. Grab your popcorn, sit right down. Film threats the hottest.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Chris Gore. This is Hollywood on the Rocks on a Wednesday. We've got some news stories. Daredevil Born Again trailer. We will react to it, Alan and I. Plus, Section 31. The first reaction to Section 31. Alan has seen it. He will tell us what he thinks. Plus, we are filing charges. We are putting Star Trek on trial, and you, that's right, you will help us create the charges. Here we go. Where's Alan? Where's Alan? He's almost here. I saw him just, he's let's go. And as usual, I just don't see him.
Okay, Chris, I'll help you, but as you can see, I'm kind of busy here. Okay, here goes. Alan, and no, this is not a damn Christmas movie.
What are you talking about? Of course it's a Christmas movie.
And you talked to Bruce about that, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he would actually figure that out. How are you doing, man? What's going on?
Good. Still safe. Still nowhere near the dangers you're near.
Well, don't feel sorry for me at all. Audience, please, no one feels sorry for me. I'm fine. No need to check on me. Pasadena is fine. What I'm dealing with is breathing issues and nasal. I blow my nose. So I'm not sick. To be clear, I am not sick. But I feel like all the particulates in the air or whatever, it's very dusty. And I don't know. That's it. So I got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, the thing is like if your house burned down or my house burned down, it would be part of a much bigger story because that fire has to go right through downtown Pasadena to get to you.
Right. We're in the middle of suburbs, and for the fire to spread that far, it would have to be something.
It would be a bigger story. Let's put it that way.
Much bigger story, but we're both okay. Although I keep finding out friends of mine are not. Andy Timoner, the documentary filmmaker who has a film screening, Dig XXX, the 20th anniversary of Dig, great documentary, music doc, is playing at the Frida Cinema this weekend. And Andy was, I don't know if she's going to be there, but she lost her home. And I keep finding out more and more friends have lost their home. It's in all their possessions. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible. Not to mention everything being exacerbated by looters coming in from out of town. Did you see that one?
Well, I saw the looters dressed as firefighters.
Yeah, apparently Party City, you can get a firefighter uniform and that passes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's horrible how this has gone down. This is, these horrible policy making and politicians more interested in being like it's not an honorary position. You have to do the job. It's not like showing up on podcasts. It's not like just, going to things, and it's not taking a big scissors to a ribbon. It's not all that. It's actually managing people,
a country, a state, a city.
Yeah, managing a disaster, response. And it's horrible.
The best way to phrase it is we don't elect leaders, we elect politicians. And,
we elect people that they feel it's like in some honorary position. Yeah. It's not. It's an actual job that one must do. And
the person who manages all the insurance in the state of California is an elected position. which is why we have no insurance in California.
Yeah, it's very disheartening. It's very disheartening. So, what can you say? But we're fine. Like my complaints are nothing.
Mhm.
I gotta hose my patio down to get the ash and blow my nose about every 10 minutes, which is why I go off camera here. So there you go. Let's see who's here.
One last thing before we get community noted, the images in the background are AI generated. The Hollywood sign is not on fire
Why would there be a community node?
because of our background.
Oh, really? You can't even see the background. Your head's in the way. So, all right. Let's see who's in the chat. Hey, Trish Page became a member. Thank you, Trish. Love chatting with you.
Yes. Alan Myers also became a YouTube member. Welcome aboard. Davina Duckworth, RIP, Star Strek. MK Solid, Chris was getting so fired up on the nooner, I had to take cover.
Yeah, I got a little, we had Troy Duffy on. It was a great conversation, went over 3 hours, so much fun. And, the idea of what's happening now, that was part of the discussion. And wow, it was, I'm pissed. I think a lot of Angelinos are angry. This is your job. And the lack of accountability is frightening. Are you proud of that?
Aren't you Donald Trump? You're not even president and you ruined the state.
I'm not. What can I say?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it says I came up with it. Yeah. Real intelligence.
What were you talking about there? That's so loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. But thank you, MK Solid. We appreciate you.
Yes. And Olo Li Ukui, and so it begins.
Cool.
And Aron Sharman for 10 pounds. I watched Better Man earlier today, and despite hating Take That growing up and not being super into Robbie, I absolutely loved the movie and even managed to get a tear out of my cold black heart.
Well, you and a lot of other people, we're going to talk about it, but yeah, thank you. It's we'll save. I was going to say save it, Alan, for when we get to it. One last thing from Lord Thoth.
Yes, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, sign up as a member, join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch at shop.filmthread.com.
And not only that, on the front page of our shop, we are selling limited edition Award This shirts for a limited time. We have Award This designs. I love this one. Here, wear this to any awards party. The Oscars can suck it. Atomic Lori came up with that one. I quite like it. I ordered this. I really like it. So we have from the Award This collection, hoodies, bags. Look at this. Oh, the tote bag. That's new. I want that. Hats, mugs, celebrating Film Threats annual event, Award This. It is literally an event to celebrate true indie films. And this merch is on sale for a limited time. You can get tickets. Go to awardthis.com. Finally updated the website, by the way. Finally updated it.
Very good.
You can put something at the bottom, Alan, while I'm saying this.
No, I'm trying to. Sorry, I'm getting.
What are you trying?
I'm getting
what are you trying to do?
Part. Yeah. What are we looking at?
Do you just watch the show?
No, I'm working behind the scenes here as well. So
what are you doing behind the scenes? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm prepping for what we're about to talk about next.
All right. Well, that's cool. So if you go to awardthis.com, I think there's a link to get tickets. There actually isn't. All right. Jesus.
Yes, he is our savior, Lord and Savior.
No. I feel like I'm the only person that does this stuff. It's hard. It's like a one-man thing. But go to awardthis.com, find out how to submit for next year, and you can get tickets now. go to the link tree, which is the link for tickets should be right on this front page. What am I feel like it's a losing battle no matter what I do.
This was a film that was shot on a $30K budget.
We're not going to get Oscars. We're not going to get Independent Spirit Awards. We don't have the huge budgets to get those awards.
While Hollywood continues to churn out sequels and franchise factory films, exciting and original indie movies of all kinds are being released in theaters, on demand, and on streaming, and we're here to celebrate that.
So crazy. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna fill this with Mountain Dew.
First they ignore you, and then they laugh at you, and then they fight you, and then you win.
You guys help everyone in this room push the dream a little bit longer.
I think that Film Threat and Award This really are champions, true champions of independent film, which we've seen here.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So join Alan and I've been working on the script for the show. There's some surprises. Even you will be surprised, Alan.
Oh.
You are going to be very surprised. So I'm excited for that.
I have my tux all ready to go. I don't need to.
You do have a tux?
Yeah, I don't need to dry clean it up until that event, since another event has been postponed yet again.
I was going to say, you never responded to my text yesterday.
I know, because I'm busy too.
What do you mean you're busy?
Yeah, I did 5 reviews on Monday and then 3 yesterday. And
Only 5?
yeah, only 5.
Only 5.
Only 5.
Quick super here.
From Geek Shoe 64 for 199. Tagline for today: There's liquor in that nebula.
There will be. We will get to that topic. We will get to that topic. I promise. I promise. We got other stuff going on real quick. We will get to. But thank you, Geek Truth 64. It was a long nooner today. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It was a long nooner.
Well, yeah, but you got to talk to Troy Duffy there.
That was fun. Do check that out. The nooner. It is a re-uploaded. So check that out. We had a whole 3-hour conversation, and it was great. So had a good time there. And also, I want to remind people, a week from tomorrow. You know what tomorrow is? Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay. A week from tomorrow at 5 a.m. on Thursday, January 23rd, we will be live reacting to the Oscar nominations. That's right. I'm really curious, since the Critics' Choice Awards did not take place before the Oscars, how that will affect the noms.
Yeah.
I'm very curious. And now that we don't even know when the CCA Awards will take place, it's sometime in February. So we'll see. But what are your thoughts, Alan? Thursday, 5 a.m. next week? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What did we wake up for earlier? Was it the Golden Globes or was it the
Superman trailer?
Oh, that's right, the Superman trailer. Oh my God. Okay. Yep. I'll be up.
Great. So next week we will remind you, and we appreciate that. I like those early morning streams because you and I are like tired and lucid. It's fun. It's actually really fun.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
Well, here, I'll get morbid for a second. I will always remember the Oscar nomination, the day of the Oscar nominations, as the day my mother died. So
yeah, I remember you found out during the stream.
No, actually, once the stream ended, there was.
Oh no, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a text from my brother. He gave me a call, and then he gave me the news.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, there you go. Way to bring it down.
Well, speaking of Better Man.
Right. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Better Man is still in theaters, but probably not for long.
Yeah.
It is the Robbie Williams biopic, which they chose the weirdest way to tell the story, which was he is portrayed as a monkey. But deep down there, not only and everything I'm going to say is going to make you not want to see it. Okay, the trailer, which is terrible, the fact that he's portrayed as a monkey, which is confusing. It is a biopic, and you do get to see some of the real Robbie Williams at the end.
Well, it's a biopic about a person most of us have never heard of, who starred in a band that no one has ever heard of.
Right. So he was in a boy band called Take That. Then he became famous at 15, then went on to have a successful solo career, had his ups and downs with women and drugs, and battled internal demons. And it's a redemption story. It's a healing story. And there's so many layers to it. It's one of my favorites of last year. So, and I know it's on your top list for last year.
Yeah.
So in terms of awards, it's the only shot this movie has is awards. But everyone I talk to who's seen it, once they see it, they love it. Alan, you wanted to have some commentary on this. Yeah. And so I really want to hear what you have to say. So I don't say this often, but give it to me, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned several weeks ago that I really haven't had a film that I wanted to advocate for, and I find myself advocating for Better Man, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I'll bring this up, the fact that it's failing at the box office. Here's the numbers: 1.3 million domestic. It has shot up internationally. I think it was at 3 million on Sunday, and it's now up to 10 million internationally. But it shocked me because this is such a good movie, and I didn't expect it. I maybe at least thought it was going to make 25 million, and because it's doing so badly, I feel like I just need to talk about it because you need to see it before it leaves theaters. This is one of those movies where, it's like, I think what my daughter needs to see this movie. And I kind of, she was like, she saw the trailer. She saw that actually the Rock DJ video, wasn't impressed. And it just came to the point where I said, look, we're going to go see this movie. There have been few movies where I just told her, you need to trust me. And that you're going to like this movie. Last year it was The Holdovers and American Fiction and Iron Claw, for that matter. And this one was like, you need to see this movie. So I took her to see it late night last night. And she liked it. She liked it a lot. And look, I scoured the internet over the weekend. I could not find a bad review on this one.
There aren't any.
Yeah, all the reviews were, I expected to not like this movie and wound up loving this movie. Then I throw it out on X, and it's the typical, well, this monkey thing is weird. I don't care about Robbie Williams. That's fine. That's fair. But at the same time, see the movie and then decide whether you like it or not. But then slowly but surely, people came out of the woodwork saying, I took your advice. I saw the movie and I really loved it. So yeah, I find myself really wanting to advocate for this movie because I think it needs to do better than $1.5 million. And so, look, this is one of those, just trust us. Go out, see this movie before it leaves theaters, because I don't think TV is going to do it justice.
No. And I've seen it on the big screen 3 times now.
Yeah.
It gets very emotional, especially at the end. Mm-hmm. There are threads that are set up in very clever, subtle ways. And it's one of the best films of last year. So I just hope you'll trust us and go see this movie. And it's all things, if you heard a list of what's in this movie, you probably go, why would I want to? For some reason, it all works.
Yeah, I mean, I'll liken it to Rocket Man. I mean, because we've seen the story before. The naive rock star or pop star who gets thrust into celebrity too soon in life and then goes down the path of drugs, alcohol, and women. And I think the monkey thing just sets it apart from everything else.
Right.
And because they don't address the monkey thing except for the beginning opener, you just begin to accept it, and that you feel sympathy. And credit to Weta, who did the effects, the digital effects. You just forget that he's a monkey at some point, and you get the emotion. You see the emotion in his eyes, his body posture, in the facial expressions, and it just works. And it has a point at the end that catches up on you by surprise.
And I will say, if you're a member of the channel, there is an interview with the director, which was done by Guillermo del Toro at the DGA. I was there, and he goes into the design of the monkey. It was sort of a human monkey hybrid. They're really specific about what would make it work. That sequence, that music video, about a third of the way into the film, is like, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, and you see the video, we can't show it because of the music, but there's a video online you can find of the rehearsal of that scene that is shocking that they pulled that off. It is that sequence is incredible. So
I also posted a video of the director from Palm Springs Film Festival, and he goes into detail about not only how they did that scene, but how it almost didn't happen.
Right.
How the Queen's death almost ruined that and almost prevented that scene from being ever shot.
All right, let's go to your comments here. And we are going to do a Daredevil trailer reaction, and we're getting to Star Trek. Let's go here, Alan.
Okay, Day Trippers for 100 Argentinian pesos, I believe. Saw Robbie live here in Argentina years ago, along with 65,000 other people. He played 2 sold-out dates. He is amazing live. I'll check this movie. Here it will be released in late February.
Yeah, go see it and tell us what you think. Come back and tell us what you think. Thank you for that.
Piddlebuck Star. Sounds like Better Man would fit in the anime sphere with the monkey.
Maybe.
Geek True 64. I don't think the advertising for the movie is good either. I only know about this movie from Film Threat.
I will say the marketing for this film is not great. And not only that, I having seen the movie, I don't know how to market it. Like, I'm like, what would be a better campaign? You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying the campaign they didn't work, and I also don't know what to do.
Well, what is our campaign? It's trust us.
Yeah, that's not a good campaign either. Unfortunately. Thank you, Geek Truth.
All right, Veritanuda. Better Man was great. It will kill it on VOD. I want to watch it again. Yeah, I think
here.
If anything, there'll be life afterwards, I hope. Brock Simpson, I'm going to trust you on Better Man, Alan, but I'm highly skeptical. My first viewing of the trailer really turned me off. I don't like wasteful, expensive CGI for no reason. It better be good.
By the way, I also did not like the trailer. Every time I saw it, I said, what the F is this? So
I mean, quite frankly, the gimmick turned most people off.
Yes.
But it's such an integral part of the movie. ADL is 24. By the sounds of it, Better Man has performed the formulaic biopic cliches that most people typically complain about. You're not wrong. But
perfected. But yes.
Perfected. Yeah. The other thing I noticed yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't brought it up, but it's a partial Chinese finance production. This is an independent film. Michael Gracie had to raise the money himself, and like most independent filmmakers do, they go to China because for some reason China likes to spend money on movies, and I don't think that they really cared about whether it would make money or not. Some examples that we know of, Velocipaster was financed by a Chinese company who ghosted them when the movie was done. The Chinese company was supposed to get the foreign rights to Velocipaster. They just disappeared, and so they got to keep the money. It's and I do know indie films that were financed by rich Chinese people. Makes you wonder why they do it, but there you go. Get the money how you can get the money.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Pivoting here, we're gonna get to Alan's Section 31 reaction is coming up, but first off, I gotta find where we are here. We have the.
Is it that one?
I got it. Just a sec. Here we go. Wait, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Come on.
Oh, good. Daredevil Born Again, the series is coming to Disney Plus in March. Having seen the trailer, and I know you haven't seen it, Alan.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm pretty excited. I see the influences from the Daredevil comic run.
Oh.
Yeah. The good, I mean, a lot of the Netflix series might be one of the best superhero series ever made. But Disney hasn't made one yet. I can't think of a Disney Plus Marvel series that was good beginning to end. WandaVision started out great. They usually start out interesting and then lose me. And I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier might be one of the worst.
Secret Invasion.
That was bad too. That was bad. They've all been bad. This, you're telling me there's a chance. Based on what we've seen, this looks pretty damn awesome. 2-minute trailer. Alan, you haven't seen it. Let's take a look. You ready?
Yes.
Here.
Thank you for finding the time. I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. Chaos must reign.
Am I putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Oh, dude. It's okay. Wait.
Stop it.
I'm gonna leave that up there. Holy. Wait, put it back. What do you? It's
Okay, sorry.
Put it back. See, there you go. Okay, so I love this. I love it. I think it's violent. This is R-rated. I mean, that's an R-rated trailer right there. We've got Punisher. We've got intrigue with Kingpin becoming the mayor. I wonder if the mayor smiles and laughs at every public event, like other mayors that I know. But what do you think, Alan? I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I like how politicians get into office because of chaos.
Right.
Makes you wonder. Okay. Um, if look, I liked the Netflix series. This, my first feeling is it doesn't exactly look like the Netflix series, but I do like the dark and the violence, which is a good thing. Um, I quite frankly kind of wish Superman was, the Superman trailer paid off like this one does.
This is objectively better than the Superman trailer. It understand. I mean, Daredevil, when it's at its best, is violent. It's a street level hero. It's in Hell's Kitchen, right? Deals with drugs and violence and bad people.
Yeah.
Superpowers doesn't really enter into it, with the exception of Daredevil. And his powers are
It's
on
radar,
the scale
basically.
of
Radar.
Marvel heroes. It's look, very respect for Daredevil. Okay. I actually think that that superheroes that have big superpowers like Superman, it's like they're cheating. It's like life on easy mode, right?
Yeah.
Daredevil's got to work harder to be a hero. So, and my God, I've heard this is very good. I've heard it's horribly violent. I've heard specific things that happen, and no spoilers here, but
I've heard the same things, and there's a certain thing in there that kind of saddens me. But
it goes very far, clearly R-rated. He's not Daredevil. He's put away the costume. We know that only lasts a few episodes, but I am pumped. And the fact that Marvel reshot it, they decided, hey, we don't like what we saw. We're going to reshoot. I like that.
They said that about Brave New World. So,
we're not there yet. We haven't seen it, but that looks awful.
We would have I think we'd be much more excited if Disney Marvel didn't suck. Promises have been made in the past, and promises have not been kept. This is promising, but rightfully we should be skeptical up until we actually see it.
Yeah, well, look, it's going to be a mixed bag this year for Marvel. I think Captain America: Brave New World will not be good, will not be well received. Yeah. Well, I think Thunderbolts is a big question mark. This will be good. I think Ironheart will be really bad, and FF has potential. I'm not going to say it has the one that is the most potential, because it could right the ship, but it's going to be a mixed bag for Marvel this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad that Ironheart is following this up.
Let's look. I actually have, the next thing is Ironheart, but Marvel's shows for 2025. I'll share screen here in a second. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. So let's take a look real quick. Here you go. This is the entire year of shows. No, wait, that's not it.
No,
Sorry. That's not the one. My apologies. Sorry about that, folks. But you've got January 29th is the Spider-Man show. Captain America: Brave New World. You've got Daredevil March 4th. May 2nd, the Thunderbolts. By the way, I heard from someone that's not the title of the movie.
The Thunderbolts? Or
it's not the title. That's why there's an asterisk.
Okay.
It's Dark Avengers. I don't know if that's breaking news or Mike Zero, or I don't know if anyone knows about this, but I'm told that the real title is revealed in the movie, but it is what it is. Okay. More on that later. June 24th, Ironheart. July 25th, Fantastic Four. August 6th is the Wakanda show. And then Marvel Zombies, October 3rd. December is Wonder Man. It is a mixed bag, folks, for this year. But I think Daredevil will be one of the best among them, if not the best, has the potential to be. What are your final thoughts, Alan?
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Fantastic Four, we say it over and over again. It's got to hit that home run. It's got to hit a grand slam for that matter. And it's I'm hopeful, but cautiously optimistic. It's
it's good to hear that coming from you.
It says I came up with it.
Yeah.
Real intelligence. Yes.
Sorry about that clip. It keeps coming up. It's what can you do? All right, let's go to your comments here.
All right, Toro the White for 2. Can't trust them, but I'm stoked by the trailer.
Yeah, I'm really stoked.
Again, the Superman trailer should have been like that. Should have been that exciting. Matthew Hammond, member for 10 months. Per deadline, Warner Brothers making new Gremlins and Goonies. Of course they are.
Yes, I saw that. We'll talk about that on Friday.
All right, Solomon Thornton. I'm looking forward to the show. I'm taking a risk and gonna watch it. Yeah. Long last name says, how many times have they ruined Kingpin, Punisher, and Daredevil so far? What is the track record? Yeah, well in terms of Disney Marvel, Disney Plus, yeah, they've ruined all 3.
Yeah, well, we'll see. This is going to right the ship, I believe.
Flav, member for 17 months. Hail Chris and Alan. Hail chat. So few characters. Everything Kurtzman touches dies for 35 czars. Only reason Wonder Man happening is crew died in set now for Trek on Trial. Speak with Tom and me and Mead, Midnight's Edge crew. Do it properly.
I don't know what you mean by do it properly. What does that mean?
I think maybe he's saying that Tom and Midnight's Edge might have some insight on how to handle the Star Trek trial.
Well, they're welcome to come on as litigators.
ADL's 24. James Gandolfini's kid is in the show. Could he be playing Kingpin's kid?
Good theory.
All right, Bulbasaur Brutal. Is Kingpin gonna cry again like in Echo?
I don't think you're ever going to see that in this show.
Lord Thoth, great storyline in the comics. Good trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. Geek True 64. Yep. Daredevil is the best Marvel TV series. Only other contender, maybe Incredible Hulk 70s or Luke Cage. I like Jessica Jones.
Well, I love that Hulk series. When I was a kid, that was appointment viewing. I don't remember what night it was on, but when I was a kid, you had to be at a certain place at a certain time to watch a show. So there you go.
Yeah, Joe Chapman, Daredevil looks good. No woman boss kicking everyone's ass. I know. Can we believe that?
It's crazy.
The original series had Elektra.
Well, we did hear that Marvel was riding the ship, so we'll see. All right, pivoting now because Alan has the poster ready.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about leading into our Star Trek trial. And I have by the way, my outfit showed up.
Okay.
I have it. I will model it at the end of the show. I have my Q outfit.
Oh, nice.
This is like a dry run. So, all right, Alan, if you would.
All right. Here, let me get the better angle here. All right. So let's just say that I have seen Section 31 in its entirety. And
can you give us something of the story?
Paramount sent a follow-up email, not only stating that I cannot reveal anything about the plot until the embargo is lifted. Once the embargo lifted, there are 12 items that I cannot talk about in my review.
Literally, they list the items.
Do not say this. Do not say
what's
this.
on the list.
Yeah, I can't tell you what's on the list.
Oh God, that is really micromanaging. Anyway,
that is. Okay, so I can only give you a reaction to it.
And wait, we've seen the trailer.
Yes.
So we've all watched the trailer. Alan, give us your. It's
reaction.
Not a review. It's a reaction.
It's a reaction. Okay, I'm going to give it the best backhanded compliment I can get. Section 31 is the most enjoyable Star Trek of modern Star Trek, except for Picard season 3.
Okay, that's kind of a compliment. But when I look at this poster, it's like an Axel Braun adult film. It's like a very
Yeah.
dominatrix looking Michelle Yeoh
Yeah.
with her leg on some guy kneeling in front of her or on the floor. Like,
Yeah.
what is? I don't even know what this is.
Well,
It's not Star Trek.
Yeah, part of me is confused because okay, so this is the same character as Star Trek Discovery, the first season.
Yeah.
When she shows up. But this is clearly, I don't think this is not a spoiler, but she's from a different universe, mirror universe.
The mirror universe.
And I don't know if that character has been played out, the one that appears here, because I don't watch modern Star Trek. Look, the best thing I can say about this is if this show came out during Deep Space Nine, we would probably like it, because one, it's part of modern Star Trek, so it's a continuation past Picard season 3. So that's kind of its timeline. This is basically the Suicide Squad of Star Trek. So it's a band of sketchy criminal type people working for the Federation or doing some Mission Impossible mission for the Federation. There's a lot of humor, a lot of action, swearing, sexual innuendo. That's what you get with this. And the reason I say that if it took place during Deep Space Nine, I think we would probably embrace this a little bit more. But because it takes place during current Star Trek, this show definitely is set in the world of Star Trek, but is not bound by the rules of the Federation, the Prime Directive, and all that stuff. The problem is current day Star Trek violates that stuff anyways. So current day Star Trek never feels like it was the Roddenberry Star Trek. Current Star Trek is like, we're bending things here and there. Apparently racism is back and things like that.
Oh God.
Yeah. And so this doesn't feel that much different than the other rule violations that occur on current day Star Trek. Look, by saying it's the most enjoyable, I'm definitely not saying it's perfect. I'm definitely not saying it'll blow your socks off. What the show reminds me of is old action sci-fi from the 80s and 90s, in terms of the quality of the action, the quality of the science fiction tech, and also the plot holes that often exist in those shows. And so it's not perfect. But like I said, if this was taking place during DS9, I think we'd probably enjoy it. Unfortunately,
and I'm seeing the chat, Uncle Remus. Is it gay? Is it very gay?
So I will say that it sets itself up as a pilot of a series. I don't think they're going to do it because Michelle Yeoh is expensive. But honestly, at the end of it, when it goes into the next episode, I was like, okay, I might actually check out the second episode. Is it gay? Not eye rolling, not eye rolling woke. Let's put it that way. It didn't. If it was there, maybe I didn't catch it. And if it was there, it didn't bother me.
Saying the gay went over your head.
Yeah, there are certainly gender fluid characters out in the universe. And
yeah, well, who cares about that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But in terms of, we need to make a point, no
lecture. There's nothing.
There's a lecture, no, there's not there.
No lecture?
There's no lecture in this movie.
All right. So are you mixed? Seem mixed to positive.
I'm mixed. I think in terms of moving the needle on, hey, Star Trek's moving in the right direction. No. But it kind of keeps the needle in the same place. It doesn't move it back. It doesn't move it forward. It just sort of exists and, have fun with it. But, you will find plot holes. You will find its imperfections. But like I said, you're not going to get angry with it destroying Star Trek like you will everything else modern day Star Trek does.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to your comments here. There's a bunch of them.
All right.
Starting with some supers here.
From SFX F314 Sabertooth Raptor for 10. Thanks. Hope you both are doing well. Here's some ideas. First, Enterprise F was smurfed and deserves better. Second, Enterprise G should not have been Titan, and it should be Eclipse class.
I agree.
I think that's for the trial.
I think everybody thinks that.
Yeah. Does it English Batchers? Does it feel like Star Trek? It feels like Star Trek the same way Tatooine feels like the Empire. It's just kind of an outlier. It exists outside, but within that universe. There's that. They're trying to get that Mos Eisley appeal to it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Ryan Landis. I'm glad the secret organization still wears black leather. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sons and Shadows. Section 31 is not supposed to be an enjoyable organization. They are shady biatches. Very much like the Suicide Squad. In terms of a little more lighthearted than you probably expect them to be. Jane Doe 1999. Chris, you need to be more careful. More and more nuts are getting in, and it's getting old. I like Film Threat because I didn't have to deal with shizos and doomers. Gatekeep better and show these parasites the door.
What do you mean, Jay? Are you talking about in the chat? What does that comment mean, Jane Doe? What does the comment mean?
Yeah,
gatekeep better and show these parasites the door. Who? There are always going to be nutcases in the chat. I don't know what to say. Like, I like to think that sober-minded or, people that are willing to engage in, productive discourse will be the dominant, which will drive out the idiots who will get bored. I don't know. My philosophy is don't feed a troll. So is the live chat going, Jane Doe? I just want to understand.
Yeah. And thank you for the 1999.
Yeah. Leo Cody, stop policing Jane Doe. Stuff of Jane Doe. I don't understand. I'm confused.
Yeah. It's because I don't think, we're not actually monitoring the chat as closely as we used to be able to.
Yeah. So do we do better moderator? What do you want the moderator to do? Are people spamming the chat? Like, it's literally like, I don't know what to say, but thank you for the 1999.
Yeah. I mean, the rules we've run with regarding the chat is no spamming and be respectful.
Be respectful.
Other than that, we let things go.
Also, don't feed a troll. And then also, I think you have to be a subscriber to the channel for more than 10 minutes to be able to post even a comment. So you got to do better, moderator. What is not being done better?
Yeah.
She fell out with someone. Okay. This seems like gossipy shit, which I don't care about. Yeah. So it's like my whole thing with if my kids got in a fight, sometimes you just say, all right, no TV. The TV goes off. That's it. So,
yeah. And to my kid, I say, I need a larger super chat.
Super chatter trolling about Midnight's Edge. Whatever. Someone from Midnight's Edge wants to come on the trial. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
We like Midnight's Edge.
Yeah. Okay. What here's a couple more final comments and we are getting to the charges. And by the way, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah. So Lori, if you can help me out here. Some Norwegian guy for 59 Norwegian krona. Don't mind her. She says some unique things in the chat. Yeah. I mean, quite frankly, if you're respectful and you present a position cogent enough, there's no reason to block. But again, I have not been following, so I don't know what's being said. Moving on. Here we go. Uncle Jimmy, everyone behave or I'm turning the Film Threat bus around. Yeah, I wish I knew what was going on. Let's see. Yeah, Lori, if you could help me out here. Let me see. DK Gong, YouTube stop recommending YouTube stop recommending Midnight Edge videos to me lately. Yeah, that might also have to do with your viewing habits in terms of what you're watching. I've no expertise on the subject. Yeah, we got that one. Velox, Alan is a one and done, or do you see it going further? I mean, I think in terms of the show, Michelle Yeoh is kind of the X factor. I can't. If they paid her $12 million to do one episode, what would they pay her to do an entire series? Script Doctor, greetings, chat. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Yeah, I don't know, Script. I think somehow Midnight's Edge and Tom have gotten into the conversation, and I don't know why. Let me see. Here we go. From Bill W. This Section 31 review threw everyone off. Typical current Trek. Yeah. It's like I knew this was going to be problematic because at the end of it, it was like, well, I don't hate it. I definitely see it imperfect, but at the same time, there were some intriguing aspects of it. I liken it to Encounter at Farpoint. When I saw Encounter Farpoint when it premiered on television, I was, it was like cool to see Star Trek come back. It was a very weird episode to me. Deanna Troi sobbing, saying, I feel love, and the whole what is this weird marketplace that grants your every wish. It was like, all right, this is really weird Star Trek, but at least I was willing to give the Next Generation chances throughout the season, and I kind of feel the same way with Section 31. It's not perfect. It definitely has it has issues because it's the first episode, so to speak, and I think the characters were somewhat interesting, that I might go on with it. I don't know how far down I would go with it. I kind of felt that way with Strange World. I kind of like the characters, but not strong enough to make me continue watching the show. And so that's kind of where I'll leave all that. Susano a la Richard for 399 for 333. Don't worry about it. Get what chat meant now. Okay, I still don't. Personally, I don't. Joe Chapman for 5. Just want to shout out to all. I love you all. I love Film Threat. Hugs all around. Good people. Yes. Velox, what's the runtime? Can you say? I believe it's. I want to say it's an hour and a half. I have to look that up. Tree Rock Creations. I don't like swearing in Star Trek. Swearing in Star Trek is kind of like my philosophy on swearing in life. I'm not against swearing, but I do, I do save my swearing for the right opportunities. All right, Q.
How does this? What does this look like? I don't know if I can wear the whole. Should I wear this?
Yeah. Let's just say
my outfit.
You got what you paid for.
This is the cheapest outfit. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on this. This is a trial run, folks.
It's the hat. It's the headpiece for me.
The headpiece? Does it not work?
No, because it just looks like a skull cap.
It is kind of. It's a skull
but
cap.
the headpiece was more like a crown in a way.
Yeah, I agree. I can fix it. I have some ideas, but yeah, I don't like swearing in Star Trek either.
Speaking of Encounter at Farpoint, yeah, the hat should be a little more.
I'll work on it. This is just for today.
Okay, Goober Thoreau. I feel like the issue with Section 31 and the rest of the Star Trek offering is that they're trying to make Star Trek a different property than embracing what Star Trek is. That's what I'm saying. Is you can have Section 31 violate Star Trek, but the problem is current Star Trek violates Star Trek, which is my biggest problem.
Yeah.
All right. Nevsky for 5. Do you think they can make an episodic Star Trek show in the future, or do we have to watch these shitty programs until the end? Leadership. It's all about leadership. There's no one at the helm of Star Trek that will right the ship at the moment. Batmanuel, Chris's Slavic grandmother's costume.
Yeah. I just this arrived in the mail today. I was so excited, and then opened it. It is so cheap. It's like it's worse than Temu. It's bad. It's bad. So,
Yeah. Oh my god.
okay. All right. We're gonna pivot. It is now time to talk about the charges that will be filed in the fans' case against CBS and Paramount for the death of the Star Trek franchise. It's here. It's time we do it.
You know, the one thing that I've been missing is those big muscle bound men movies, like, you know, the Stallone films, the Schwarzenegger films. I do. What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
What's wrong?
All right. We'll put a little graphic here. Look at this. There we go. Look at us. I love that.
Why do I have lipstick on?
Real quick right here.
Let's see. D's Webos for $4.99. It would be cool to see Star Trek debate between RMB and Doomcock debating about Picard season 3. I assume Doomcock didn't like it.
All right. It is. Thank you, D's Weibo. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate the passion in our chat. We've got a lot of people with a lot of different opinions, and they are all welcome here to debate respectfully. All right. I have started a Google document. Google. Dude, I can't talk. When I'm on Gary's show like a real long time, I get it's
stroke remnants.
Yes. I am going to send you.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link, Alan.
Oh, I see Lori's notes. I see Lori's. I'm seeing Lori's notes about the chat.
All right. Okay, that's great. So speak your internal monologue. All right, stay focused. Here, I put a thing in the chat. Alan,
got it.
I will make you an editor to be able to edit. Perhaps you can put it up on screen.
Yeah. Once I get.
This is where you, the chat, are a part of this. And I already have ones off the top of my head. Okay. We are coming up with the charges in our Star Trek trial. We will start with very basic ideas and we will hone this document. Once we get our charges, we will send it to a real attorney who will rewrite this in legal language very simply so it can be understood by all. I will then share the document with everyone so you can all read it. Okay? We're going to start with several counts. And so right now, as we speak, we're monitoring the chat, and I want to hear what you think the charges should be. Now, I don't know if this is, we will reorder them right now. We're just getting ideas. Count 1. The erasure of Captain James T. Kirk. And William Shatner. That has happened. We have all seen it. They'll put something, and again, everything will be reworded. I want to know what you think the charges should be. That's 1.
Okay, I have a second one.
Please count 2.
Count 2. The desecration of the Prime Directive.
Oh God, that's good. No. Betraying Star Trek.
Yeah. The Prime Directive was like the constitution of Star Trek, and like our current constitution is under threat of.
Now we need to have specific examples.
Yeah,
so
we will eventually
get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to
that. Chat, and please put up chat comments during this conversation. Alan and I want to see them, and we want your suggestions. You are a part of this. You, the chat, and everyone.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's from Tom.
Midnight Tech After Dark. The understanding of the license is going to take its own specialist. That's a good comment. They misunderstand what's. I don't know how to put this in legal language. I'll put it down. We're going to rewrite all of this right now. We're spitballing. We've got a dry erase. You are helping us with our dry erase board. We are coming up with these ideas. And please, you can read the chat during this. We normally don't. This is a conversation between you and I. And we'll rewrite it to make it so there can be a strong argument on one side or the other. These charges need to be debated. So can you prove or disprove one of these statements?
Okay, I have a fourth one.
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
No, but go through the chat. This is yes.
I'm trying not to forget my good one here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, here's. Yeah.
We may combine counts. We will reword counts, but we need your help.
Yeah, Joe has the one I'm thinking of. Inserting wokeness into Roddenberry's woke utopia.
Yeah, but
the idea of
that.
Yeah, it's the idea that Roddenberry had presented a utopian world, a utopian Earth that solved racism and sexism.
Yes, I see where you're going.
Yeah, it was a future of a much better Earth, and it's just reintroduced all the problems of Earth back into Earth. Okay. Another one. Yeah, I know you're typing. That's why I'm trying to do this.
No, it's all right. You can read stuff. I can listen while I'm typing.
I mean, we could mention. Brock is bringing up the JJ verse and the Kurtzman verse. And the that essentially killing it.
Yes, Khan's character.
Yeah, Khan's character.
Okay.
Well, and then fundamentally changing the timelines as well. I think we're on board with the timeline change that JJ introduced, but failed to build upon that in any meaningful.
I don't see. I think we're gonna have to combine some.
Yeah,
rewording all of these for sure. But we need probably 12 strong, very different points that we can turn into arguments that can be debated on one side or the other. The problem is this: we are going to be able to easily get people to argue in favor that of the argument that Star Trek is dead.
Yeah.
How do you? There needs to be an argument on the opposite side as well.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of points here, and so I'm half listening to you. But the idea of rewriting classic characters.
All right, let's go through the super chats here. They've got some ideas.
Okay. Trek. Yeah, everything Kurtzman touches dies. For 35, Trek has no future so long as a single frame of Kurtzman Trek remains canon.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if this is a good point, but it is the reshaping of classic characters such as Spock, not only what JJ did, but what Strange World is currently doing to the classic characters of Uhura.
And in some way, like making the Kurtzman verse not canon is like an admission that it doesn't work. Anyways, let's read these super. Yeah. There's good ideas.
Cargo the White for 5. Talk to Sean Martin, potentially criminal, to help set up the trial. He is a current defense attorney and previously worked as a prosecutor.
All right, potentially criminal. That's a channel. We'll go to
that. Crispy for 10. Yes, finally. Trek has been long overdue for being charged with crimes for against fandom. Here's a few bucks to help costs of bringing this to trial. Yeah, one charge in the Star Wars trial was the attack on fans.
Ooh, We have to put that in there. Okay,
Yeah.
keep reading these if you would. Go down there.
Okay, here we go. Mattuine, member for 19 months, making Spock autistic and the butt of many jokes should be a charge. Yeah, I think rewriting and reshaping classic characters needs to be a charge. Spock, Uhura, Kirk, all of them. Let me see. This is a little bit unrelated, but Two Penny Puppet for 5. I'm still trying to get to see A Complete Unknown. My 20 screen theater will only give it one small screen, and it keeps selling out. Yeah, if it's selling out, you should put in more theaters, more screens. Geek True 64, 199, Destruction of Humanity's Utopian Future. Yeah.
Okay, I'll add that to count 4.
Yeah, that's count 4. Yeah. And then, here we go. Oliver Lavery Farag for 199. Violation of weekly morality play. Yeah, I mean, that just goes to basic Star Trek storytelling. Every episode was a morality play. I think that might be go into the wokeness charge.
Yeah, we have to think of a way to reword these. Okay, I'm on count 7. So we're making this is.
But I think what this is doing though, by like bring these is kind of shaping what each charge.
Really that's why we need your feedback.
Okay. Oh yeah, here's one. Count 8. The emotional distress for Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
It is literally killing him.
No, this one right
here. Oh, sorry. Alan, damn it, Chris. I'm a film critic, not a doctor. Oh, sorry. Damn it, Chris. Hills Mallory for 10.
Wait, do it again.
Damn it, Chris. I'm a film critic, not a doctor.
What's going on with your light in your room? It's like very dark.
I know. Hills Mallory. It's the sunlight, actually. Hills Mallory for 10. Your Honor, the Star Trek downslide of canon since they borrowed from Babylon 5. Then JJ did again with Discovery, outright stealing concepts and characters from tardigrades.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I know what it means. Okay. We need more that are specific. We've got, and this is for sure going to be a shorter trial than Star Wars. But we really need, this is a good start. Let's get more on the board here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now.
I'm trying to think of how to do this. Betraying the rules. There's so many examples of this, of its own fictional science.
Yeah, from a science standpoint, or from like count 2 from the Prime Directive.
Yeah, what do you think of this? No, just the Prime Directive is law. This is science.
Right. Okay.
Count 8.
Yeah, it's kind of like when what was it when they found out that the warp drive was causing environmental problems,
right?
In the Next Generation.
So
they quickly dispatched with that one in the movies.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So Laura Buckles removing both Vulcan and Romulus from the timeline. I think that's from the movies. Maybe.
Oh, yes, but yeah, the Klingons.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of it is, not understanding what the Klingons and the Romulans represented in the world in the 60s.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. $1 Million Dick. DS9 was very sexualized in Quarks. Yep. That's why we like DS9.
Yeah, we may have to combine some of these.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a charge just against Strange World. I think we're addressing that there.
I mean, my biggest problem with modern Trek is it's just not. Some of the best episodes of Trek didn't have a lot of special effects. They were great morality plays. It was great writing.
That's all Star Trek was morality plays.
And great writing too.
Yeah, Twilight Zone was morality plays.
Yes.
Even Alfred Hitchcock Presents was morality tales.
Yes.
And we're talking about shows from the 60s.
I know.
I mean, the Next Generation was all morality tales, except for the cliffhangers, like the Borg battles and the Data's head with Mark Twain.
God, this is pretty complete.
Yeah.
Let's read it from the top. I mean, it's complete in terms of the broad ideas. Now it needs to be focused. Okay, we'll talk about this on Monday on Versus.
Okay.
But if you would read it from the top.
Sure. Count one, the erasure of Captain James C. Kirk and William Shatner. Count two, the desecration of Star Trek's Prime Directive. Count three, profound misunderstanding of Star Trek's intellectual property. We have to shape that one out.
Yeah. All of it needs. This is rough draft, folks. Rough draft.
All right, count four, inserting woke ideology into a utopian world, a destruction of humanity's optimistic future, the death of optimism. Very good. Count five, timeline alterations that betrayed lore. Count six, attacking fans for not liking modern Trek. Count seven, betraying the rules of its own fictional science. Count nine, classic characters altered. Klingons, Romulans, and we'll go back to Strange World. Spock, Uhura. I don't know. Have they introduced James T. Kirk yet, or is it still his father or brother or whoever that guy is?
Exactly. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
So we don't have a count 9 unless someone in the chat has suggested. Let's go back to the chat here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could find diminishing the role of military protocol. I think we're going to address that. Casting so many unattractive women in New Trek and hurting the viewer's eyes.
Let's go to these starred chat.
Eye cancer is what it was. Yeah, you got to help me. I'm catching up.
No, just go to the starred, starting from the top.
Oh, starred. Okay, I'm sorry.
Starred.
Starred. Okay, here we go. D-True64. What about emotional distress? We need to start a class action suit.
Well, that's what this is the beginning of.
Yeah.
Thanks, Truth.
Baba Yogi for 2. 3.10, abuse of Roddenberry's corpse and vision.
Yes. Well, I get what you're saying. Roddenberry needs to be mentioned.
Yeah. Is there a count that we specifically specifically focuses on Roddenberry?
We're gonna add one right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the actual count is, but I think we get the idea. Much like much like Lucas was the focus of Star Wars, Roddenberry is the focus of Star Trek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somehow we will have one of the counts is going to be about Gene Roddenberry. Keep going if you would.
Yes, Krog for 20 Swedish krona. Count 10. All dialogue is spoiled brat Californian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know where that would go, but yeah, presentism. There's got to be a charge of present day America thrust into future utopia Star Trek. Baba Yogi for 2. In fairness, Prodigy was pretty good. We'll have to take your word on that. Whoops, sorry. Gannett's for 5. Literal murder of classic characters, genocide of Klingons, Romulans, violation of temporal prime directive, established physics such as red matter.
Yes, we got that in the science. We got the prime directive one. I think each of the categories we got Kirk, Gene Roddenberry, prime directive, established fictional science. Those are all addressed in counts. And we're coming up with the ideas now. These will be turned into legal language and be very specific. If you remember the Star Wars trial, I'll bring that up. Keep going reading.
Yeah, I think count 5 really has to do with the attack on the lore on canon. Or the
Well, it's there. It's there. Just
Okay, charge 9 from AD Ellis, continuously employing Alex Kurtzman. Bad Adam 12 for 10. People forgot that the original series had memorable musical themes. The fight music, the starship battle music. You probably can hear them in your head now. You can remember TNG music. Now you just can't. No, you can't just the theme. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Let's see. Brand viability has been permanently damaged. Yeah, the idea that they're destroying. They're destroying the business of Star Trek.
Right.
In a way. Okay.
Wait, did you read this one?
Casperius for 5. Gratuitous, violent scenes, trendy modern words that have no place in the future, like a ladder.
Yeah.
And an IKEA chair. Right. Okay, we got that one.
Check this out.
Oh yeah, here we go. From
this is from. Let me zoom in on this. This is from the Star Wars trial. Look at how good this is. Can you see this, Alan?
Barely. You gotta boost it a bit.
Okay.
Maybe.
This was our Star Wars trial in the critics' court. Look at this.
Yeah.
Star Wars fandom versus Lucasfilm Disney defendant. This is written as you would write in a court document. Here's the count. If you could read these from our Star Wars trial.
Yeah, count 0, murder of the Star Trek franchise. Count 1, fraudulent misrepresentation. Fraudulent misuse of canon, negligent handling and management of the Star Wars franchise, malicious introduction of current day politics, demystifying lore. There you go. Blatant disregard and threatening of fans, negligent misuse of legacy characters. A lot of parallels here. Blatant misuse of expanded universe, conspiring with and maliciously hiring activists.
Well, and then each count is given detailed description, but holy crap, do you think that we could just copy that?
There's certainly a lot of things. I mean, one of the things we're not covering is what Paramount ultimately did with Star Trek, because it wasn't sold to anybody. Paramount has always owned it. It's just when it transitioned to Kurtzman and JJ, that's when things just started going downhill.
Yeah,
unless my history is wrong. But that's when I remember things drastically changing with Star Trek.
Wow. This is could keep reading, Alan.
Yeah.
I think this is the Star Wars one is almost applicable.
Yeah. Let's see. Javi Nobody, the hate monger for 199. Count 999. Letting Jar Jar Abrams near the IP. Just putting the wrong people in charge. That's the thing. Krog for 20 Swedish krona. Count turning it from science fiction into lazy fantasy. Yeah, the drifting away from the science fiction genre in the first place. Now it's space fantasy. I think that's the point. Mr. Kirk 2019 for 10. Some of the blame has to go to Rick Berman before JJ, before Kurtzman. There was a franchise fatigue, like The Force Awakens. Fans thought there was going to be new life when Trek 2009 came out. Yeah.
Did you get all these ones above? Are you unstarring them after you read them?
I am not.
Could you unstar the ones that you have already read?
Yes, I could do that.
Thanks, man. We will keep working on this. I actually think that the Star Wars template is our guide. Monday, we will revisit this on Versus and give us a couple weeks. We are going to have an actual attorney, go through the document and create a legal briefing that will be our charges. And then I think that we won't have as many charges, but we will once that document is complete, we'll announce when the trial will begin. It's not going to be soon because we really want to spend time. I got to work on my costume,
and I'll be at MegaCon
Yeah,
I'll be in Orlando for 2 weeks.
It's going to be after MegaCon.
Yeah.
So probably late February, early March will be the trial. We want that document rock solid. We want to attract real attorneys. We want to have some celebrity guests. It will be, as if you remember Critics Court, other channels were watching Critics Court.
Mhm.
That's how serious it got. So we really want to do this right. We need your help. We will continue to work on the document on Monday. Atomic Lori, remember, Monday, we are going to get feedback from our Versus crew. We will make this a topic. So there you go. And Alan and I, this is just the first of what will be many graphics featuring Alan and I.
I know. Here's the original series.
I love the original series. I like Next Gen. I like also it's different.
Yeah.
It's not the original series. It's not TOS. It is, its own thing. So I love it in a different way. So there you go. Well, there you are. A shorter show today. We had a long nooner, so please forgive me. But this arrived in the mail today. I'll work on my costume. I'll work on my background. Critics Court is coming, but we want to do it right for you. Okay. And, the first phase in getting it right is making that case rock solid so that a layman could read it and understand what we're doing. So there you go. Alan, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm now that we're actually doing this and writing out the charges, I'm getting excited about it. It's like, okay, now I see where we can go with this. So I think this will be a good series.
Cool. All right. That is going to wrap it up for us today. I want to say thank you to our mods, Lord Thoth, Mexican Iron Man, everyone who sent us a super chat. We appreciate you. We will be back Friday with a very special show. Very special. Lots of movies to review, including Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, which you reviewed on the site already.
Yeah, I know, because it's only in theaters for 3 days, so had to get the review out.
That's great. So we will be back on Friday. Lots of films to review, and we have an interview that day with who is it?
With Brandon Smith, the writer and director of Somewhere in Montana.
Going to be a lot of fun. So thank you again. Appreciate Atomic Lori, Glenn Nuccio. Remember, award this.
Yes, and from Butter Biscuit for one over on Rumble. What about the loss, squashing, and discouraging away from film fans?
You mean fan films?
Fan films. Oh,
that is good. I'm going to add that to the list.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm going to add that under the attacking fans for not liking Trek.
Attacking fans for fan films, or
yeah. I'm adding fan films shut down. Okay. So we will hone these. They need to be rock solid arguments. Okay. Rock solid.
Okay. So, and then from Ashcore for 2, count for plagiarism from Mass Effect. Plagiarism is coming up a lot. We may just note that and see if we can
I'm putting it in under the something plagiarizing. Yeah, plagiarizing other
IP or
IP film, TV, and video game.
Okay.
Yeah, I added it to the doc. Once we have a rock solid document, you will be able to see it. We will share it with you as we did in the other trial. So there's a lot of planning that goes into it. So thank you to our mods. Thank you to everyone. We'll see you Friday. Did I miss anything, Alan?
I'm sure we'll think of it. Did he say beaver juice? Yes.
Why did you always do that? All right. We will see you Friday. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you, Alan.
Let's get out of here.